were to have a battle,
No.
a war.
I was there 10 years ago. That debate didn't end well. Sorry, continue.
Who would be victorious in the end?
Are we talking about all of them from both sides?
Yes. Currently. Currently, all of them from both sides. And as to what I've realized, a lot of the newer Pokemon are stronger than the older ones. So,
Indeed.
and that's why they made the new fusion ones of the older versions, so that way they can catch up to the competition.
Mega ones?
Yeah, the mega ones for the older ones.
I'd like to start this topic off. My fellow mates here will follow up. Regardless of X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, T Pokemons that come out, there's one Digimon I know wipe all of them out in one big group. Machinedramon. For anyone who doesn't know this Digimon, he is from the classical first season of Digimon. He is called a Mega Digimon. He has 2 huge cannons on his back, and he levels the whole mountainside. He can do it. If not, my second guess would be Skullgreymon.
Skullgreymon? Why Skullgreymon?
Because he has a missile launcher on his back.
They all have missile launchers.
That lets you know the nuking power that they have for each one of these little Pokemon.
What's funny is that Digimon, I never, correct me if I'm wrong, Sigma. I haven't seen a Digimon that has psychic powers. I haven't seen the recent ones though.
I was going to say the same thing.
Pokemon has psychic powers. They can stop missiles. Digimon mostly contain missiles, and sometimes they have fire blasts and lightning strikes and shit. But
Mewtwo can eliminate half of the Digimon.
exactly.
Psychic powers could only go so far. The only level of psychic power you see is Pokemon using psychic on another Pokemon. It hasn't really touched a human being. And if it did...
But, what we've seen, the only thing that was able to even stand up to Mewtwo is Mew.
Okay.
Otherwise, that barrier is indestructible.
Okay.
I have something to counter that, Joel, about the whole psychic cannot do that forever.
I say they cannot. They have not touched a human being or another type of thing besides just Pokemon's attacking Pokemons. So what I'm saying is when you think of the destructive power, okay, let's say they can block a missile. Let's say they can block a plasma cannon that's coming to them. Can they actually reshape the world around them after the Digimon done make this a barren earth?
I have something to counter that, and yes. Because recently I found out that there's several Pokemon, they are able to open...
Black and white.
Yeah, from the black and white. They were able to open portals, and then what that Pokemon usually does is that they lure either other Pokemon or humans to certain areas where there this portal. They suck out the life energy from that human, and then they throw them into this portal, never to be seen again.
Litwick, the candle Pokemon. Litwick appear to be helping to guide the way of people by illuminating areas that are darkened. But in reality, they are actually leading them to the ghost world. They feed off the life energy of people and Pokemon and use it as fuel for the flames on their heads.
Supposedly, there goes to hell. Supposedly.
Yeah, goes to hell or something like that.
It's called Chandelier.
Okay. Well,
So,
I'll rebuttal the whole thing then. There's 2 Digimon that I haven't talked about. One was a God-type Digimon, which actually controlled the realm, and the next one was a Pokémon, who could actually turn everything digital. So even if it was a psychic Pokemon there, he would just whisper a couple of words, and all the Pokemons will turn digital without actually using psychic powers to help them. He'd done this already to the Digimon, and the only thing that they could have done to come back was that little small crest, and only the Digimon, what do you call it, partners, the humans who had the crest can come back, not the Digimon themselves. So I would say, as far as psychic power is concerned, no, it's not impressive. However, if you whisper words and everything that is normal turns digital and break down into data that can never be seen again, X and O's, I think that's enough to say they would win.
okay, what's his name? Apocalypse?
Pokemon.
Did he only use that skill in the digital world?
He used it wherever they were. He sucked them into wherever he was.
But it was in the digital world, right?
It wasn't digital.
Digimon are digital monsters. Pokemon are real life monsters.
We can't use that because the difference is they came to the real world. So that means the Digimon can be in the real world. You can't use the world variations at this point in time. We can just use their power variations. I understand where you're going.
Well, we're gonna have to. Oh, well, okay. If they did come to the real world. Okay, continue.
Sorry, pardon. There was a season that had this Digimon. What's it called? Vima. When the Digimon came over to this realm, they actually brought like a barrier, a digital barrier, so they existed in our world. You'll have to fight them in there most likely.
They probably would have to.
I would say
if they were to stand up to them.
I can't make that assumption about different worlds because both good and bad Digimon have been on both sides of the spectrum, and their powers exist on both sides of the spectrum. So I can't say it works in the digital world and it can't work in the real world. All I know is if I see one in one world and he does the same thing in the other world, I would say it's just a flip world.
A flip world.
Yeah. So anyway,
we could only assume though that the Digimon will come to the real world, where the Pokemon would be. Then the Pokemon go into the digital world though.
And if they did, I think at that point the Pokemon may be at a disadvantage, but I'm not going to give them that handicap. Let's just say they were fighting fair. Without psychic powers, Pokémon has eliminated the entire Digidestined, and there's episodes showing that. The next Digimon I said was a God-type Digimon, which, if anyone saw Black War Greymon, was running around messing with one of the 4 Digimon gods, who's supposed to be like an eternal dragon, rip off of Dragon Ball Z. But we just see that and his power level and what he could possibly do because they shape and format the entire digital world as you see it today. So I think with those levels, Mew and Mewtwo can be at a overwhelming disadvantage. You say psychic, but I say creator is more powerful than a psychic because the creator makes and destroys things.
Isn't there a Pokemon that's supposedly a creator?
That's what I was thinking.
Creator of the human world too? Or he just creates Pokemons?
Supposedly he created the whole entire world.
Well, now the story's going far-fetched, but did you want it to go this far? I'm saying
I wanted to apply... I did say all the Pokemon that's current right now, and all the Digimon that is current. I haven't been up to date with the Digimon.
They refer to him as the creator.
I haven't been up to date with the Digimon, but I have been up to date with the Pokemon. So I was wondering if anybody else was.
Yeah, I think it was the one from Black and White. His name was I think Sigma said Zekrom or something like that. They refer to him as the creator of the world in the Pokemon.
Saffron, is that the one where it looks like a me?
No, it's from. Remember we were watching Black and White, that thing that messed with Pikachu. It's so bad that he can't even coexist within range of other Pokemon because he messes with their powers and stuff.
I don't think I think
when it first started and Pikachu and Ash were within, they weren't even close to him. They were just like a few like radius. I can't remember exactly how far away, but they weren't close to him. But just with him coming down and whatever's around him, he messes with everything, not by will, but I guess I don't know the power he emits or whatever. He messes with everything basically, with the fabric of everything.
But given the circumstances, as Sigma's looking up some information, if Pokemon were to fight with what Pokemon powers were, even if the new ones, if we remove Psychic or Ghost from the equation of anyone who has the mind control power, if you notice, just about any Digimon physically have the strength and the power to beat just about every Pokemon because their size is different. They always evolve and they always turn into some huge thing that's like 5 stories bigger. Like I said, if you remove Psychic,
permanently though.
Well, listen. If you remove Psychic powers, the ability to freeze somebody or put them to sleep, physically, the Digimon have the strength to destroy every little Pokemon there is. There's no huge Pokemons besides that huge Dragonite that we saw in the Lighthouse episode.
That wasn't even a real Dragonite.
It was
a fake one.
It was,
no,
but
yeah, it was.
I guess it was. It was specifically for that episode.
For that episode. Everything else was an island of giant Pokemons with the robots. I understand that one, but the actual was a huge Dragonite that grew that big. But like I said, if you remove the absence of Psychic, Hypnosis, there's nothing left for the Pokemons but to just really Pidgeotto, a gust of wind on what? Greymon?
Gust of wind is powerful, man. He's gonna switch to Digimon now for another one.
Whirlwind. Yeah.
That is true.
Ooh. But that's
What about stun spore?
it's not going to work on something that huge. The magnitude of these Digimon sizes. You said they won't stay forever, but there are Digimons without the trainers who have grown to that size.
No, that's
They
true.
Primarily
stay
the bad
that way
ones.
just by battling. Yeah.
That's why. You think of something like Metal Seedramon, which is a giant serpent sea type Digimon. I mean, you put Gyarados against that? Okay, sure. Wellmon swallowed that up in no time.
Knowing Pokemon Logic, they'll most likely either put electric type against it or electric type against it.
And the power level is not enough to shock such a massive creature. Is what I'm saying. They're powerful, but they're so small that when one of these Digimons grow to the size, if you look at it this way, you can shoot a line with a stun. I mean, yeah, you can try to stun the bear if you want to, but it has to be a high enough concentration of any kind of thing to put that bear down. So the bigger and more muscle it is, the little attacks will not work the same.
True.
But putting Psychic and Hypnosis back into it, they do have a play. I can see a
But
Pokemon
only
putting
the
a
Psychic
Digimon
and-
to sleep.
But only the second can.
They have the better chance. Ghost is like, if Gengar, not on the game, but in real life was supposed to be a ghost that cannot be touched,
Yes.
you can see that working out at a great advantage.